So hello everyone, it's your girl Jail Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new Lunar Beauty Moon Spell Volume 2. So first thing I noticed about this palette, it is quite bigger than a Volume 1. If you can't tell, like look how much bigger it is than the original one. So of course, we know the color story is different just because of the background. If you saw his video, then you know. So this one has 1.06 ounces or 30 grams, whereas this one only has 0.66 or 18.75 grams. So it seems like it's double the amount, but I think the price of it is the same. If I remember, I think this one is 48, and I believe this one was 48 as well, but you get more product in here than you do in here. So I guess that's cool. So this is the original color story of the first one. It's giving me all the feels and vibes. Like, I love the bottom row and the top row. The middle row, we know I don't really care about too much, but you know, it's there and it's cute or whatever, I guess. Moving on. Yeah, but moving on. So, let's get into the new one. Let's see what she looks like on the inside. So, I feel like this one has an extra row. Because remember the one I just showed you had 3. This one has 4. And these are all the lovely colors that are in it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, because I want to kind of do red, purple, and a little bit of a brightish pink, but it's like I don't know how I want to go about doing it. But for right now, we're going to go into this blush palette, because I've had this for a while, but I've never used it on camera, so I figured we could use it today since we're doing a Lunar Beauty review. And then I have one of his glosses, I think, over there, if I remember correctly. Hopefully I didn't take it home, and then we can use that as well. So when I don't know which blush to use, I usually use these 2 right here. So we're probably going to go into these 2 right here. That's Spacey and Gravity. So I'm going to just mix those 2 and we can get into that. So I'm going to start off with the darker one with the shimmer in it, and then I'll move into the lighter one in a second. So they are quite pigmented, and that is one of the things I do love about them. Like, look how pigmented and nice that looks on the skin. That's just... I usually put highlighter on last though, but so I feel weird putting blush on top of my highlighter, but you know, we're here now, so it's kind of late. Now I'm going to take Gravity. I'm sorry, Spacey. We started off with Gravity. Put both sides. And it's just, I mean, they just go on effortlessly, and they're so pigmented and beautiful. So how rude. I'm trying to talk. Okay, but yeah, so that's how gorgeous and nice the blush is going. I will say I like his blush formula way better than I like the one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, because I did end up finding those on Mercari. Like at a deal, I think I got like both of them for like 40 bucks. So I was like, I'll try them for that, but you know. But anyway, I'm going to go off camera, figure out what we're going to do with this, because I just feel the need to use this shade for sure. I kind of want to use this one, but I feel like it won't go with this red Willow, which I really want to use. And then I kind of want to use Macy. So I'll figure out what I want to do with life, and then I will come back. Okay? Okay. So here we are, returned with this vampy, look at me, I think I'm sexy ad. And let's get into it. So I used, let's see. I used this one, and I believe this one. Y'all know I had to use red. I just had to. This is what's in the inner corner. I believe I used, wait, no, sorry. I used Misty, and then I used Lunar, because I had to use the glitteriest looking shade. I used Zelda. I used Macy. So I used a lot of stuff in this palette, believe it or not. I used way more than I thought I was going to, but I was like, where the mood took me is what I used. So we start off with Macy on the outer V. I'm like a Net's makeup corner when it comes to that. Like, I start off with the darkest purple on the outer V, because just in case it's patchy or anything, since they're hard to make, then you know, you don't have too hard of a time covering it up, because you can cover it up with a shimmer, you can cover it up with another matte as long as the mattes are buildable. So that's what I start off doing. Aside from the fact I just like a dark outer V, so that's why I do. So I take it like right to the brow bone is where I take my dark outer V shades, and then you know, blend from there. So I try to do a little bit more like right in here, and then I went into the shade Hilda that's over the top of it. I don't know, when I hear the name Hilda, I just think of like Sabrina Teenage Witch, because those aunties were Hilda and Zelda. And I believe he said that's where he came up with the names from though, but don't quote me. So we're going to take Hilda now. And that's what we got going on in the crease here. So I tried to overlap it a little bit just so we could give a cool transition looking color, and it could blend a little better. So with the Hilda. I haven't watched Karen's video yet, but Karen been on it. Like every palette I have just gotten in the mail this week, like Karen already got a video on it. I'm like, okay, Karen girl, I see you. I just gotta go catch up on all your videos once you know I make mine, because it's like I don't want you impressioning, you know, me and pushing your impressions off on me before I get this video done. So after I get done filming this, I am going to go ahead and, you know, use I'm going to watch Karen's video then. I'm not gonna watch it now though. So then I took the shade, was it Gillian? I believe that's how you say it. And dusted it over top of this. Just because I wanted a little extra light and bright purple to go over the like deeper purple. So plus I just really wanted to use the shade, and I just like doing an all matte look today just to use it. I feel like this palette is going to pair beautifully with my Strawberry Dreams palette, because if y'all didn't know, Strawberry Dreams is basically, that is like the best palette that Manny has come out with, and that's his second palette. But that's just my color story, but y'all know I love me some blues, and it has some cute little pinks in it. But I feel like this is like the purples and reds that we're missing out of this palette for me, because y'all know I love a blue, green, purple moment. So it's like I can use this down and have my purples and some cute little pinks and a little bit of red moment, you know, and hook it up real nice. So this is what we looking like so far. Take my PR Old Eye brush. I told y'all they were sending me stuff randomly extra in my orders that I didn't pay for, so I'm just calling it PR. So my PR brush from Old Eye. And now we're gonna take the shade Willow, which is the red shade, because y'all know I just had to use it. Like there was a red in the palette, and he said he didn't formulate with carmine, which means it's still vegan, for those of you who were curious. And I felt it actually performed quite nice considering it doesn't have carmine in it. So I don't know which witchcraft he put in this, you know, Moonspell Magic palette. But this red works amazingly considering it's not, you know, it doesn't have any carmine in it like a lot of reds do in order to get the intense red color it did. So I don't know which witchcraft you put in this palette, Manny. But I'm here for it. I'm available. And as you can see, I'm rubbing it all over my eyeball. And the funny thing is, I wasn't going to buy this at first. I had talked to my friend Jackie about it, and I was like, we was talking mad crap. We're like, yeah, I already got all these shades and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, but I like Mandy's palettes, so who are we fooling? Why am I lying to myself? Like, I think like 4 hours after I talked to her, I was like, yeah, so we're ordering this palette. Thanks so much. I was watching his review video. I'm like, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and order it and, you know, like, look like a clown. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna look like a clown because I'm surely ordering this palette. Thank you so much. It shall be mine. And here we are with it being mine. Yay. So this is the shade Zelda, that fuchsia pinkish shade I showed you all with the purple glitter reflex in it. I put that toward the back. Then in the front, I took the shade Misty and rubbed that toward the front. And then we put the glittery shade Lunar on top just because I had to do the absolute most because I'm extra. I can't help myself. So I blended this into this, and then I went back over with the Zelda brush and, you know, blended them in together to make it look nicer. And then we get to the glittery sparkly shade. As y'all can see, I finally flat ironed my hair. I don't know why though, because it's like I gotta go get it done Tuesday anyway, so there's really no point. But I guess I just got tired of looking at the way it was. So I was like, it was getting outrageous, y'all. Like, if y'all had saw the way I woke up and how, like, just of a hot mess it was, I was like, we gotta do something. We can't keep being part of bandana life. You know, I love my bandanas, don't get me wrong. But my edges are actually starting to grow in a little bit more, so I think that's why I'm a little more, like, okay with wearing it. Because if you all forgot, or if you're new and just found me, hello. But the reason I wear bandanas a lot of times is because my hair in these two places is thinning. But because of the way I flat ironed it today and did it, I can wear it and not be like concerned about my thinning hair. It's something I inherited from my grandfather, unfortunately. Like, because my mom, her uncle has it. And although I never met my grandfather, so he's my grandfather's like brother. And he has that issue. That's how I know, like, my hair thinning in those areas comes from his side of the family. So that's why my hair is like that, because my grandmother's hair didn't do that. So that's how I know it was Charlie. Charlie did. Because that was my grandfather's name, Charlie. But look at that, y'all. Look how, honey. And then the extra pop in the inner corner. So what I did was then, I just took the purple shade that got on the bottom and just mashed it up. So I did like the halfway point underneath my lower lash line. The shade Macy. I normally do this off camera, but I wanted to be able to connect to that shades better than I normally do when I do it off camera to save time. So I'm gonna just probably edit this part out. And probably push it closer to the last line. And then I took the brush that we had the red on initially. I'm just go ahead underneath here and just brush it underneath here. So you rub it underneath there. Now, I feel like you don't see the red as much, but I just wanted like a little pop of red, and I feel like you get the little pop that I wanted you to have, so that worked. Now we're going to shake the shade Myrtle and put that in our inner corner. And you see I already got mascara and stuff on this eye, but I didn't do it on the other eye. And then I got a bright red bold lip because I felt like it was just appropriate with the eye we had going on. So let's zoom it on out and have a discussion, okay? Okay. So needless to say, I'm here for it. Manny, you did that, honey, okay? You did it with my blush. You did it with this eyeshadow palette. You know, like, I wish I had a red lip from you to pull it all together. But, you know, we had to use Maybelline. What is this? Ruby for Me. Because I couldn't find my gloss from him and I wanted a bold lip. And since I don't only use liquid lipsticks because I didn't buy that part of the collection. I meant to buy the brushes, but I didn't know they had a bundle for it until after I saw somebody else's, new makeup releases. So I was like, it's too late now. It's too late. You know, the palette's here. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend this palette. If you like this color story, this is your color story. I definitely recommend it. Plus, this is the first time he's ever done 4 rolls of shadows instead of 3. And I feel like I'm kind of liking that too, especially since it's the same price point as the other one. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is 48 just like that. I know this one was 48, and I'm pretty sure the one from last year was 48, and you get an extra row. And I think you get an extra shade on each row too, if I remember correctly. But let's double check this. No, it's the same 5. So it's just like he took an extension of the top row and just made a whole palette out of that. Because as you can see, the top row has all those purplish, bluish type, the purplish, pinkish type shades, and he was just like, oh yeah, I want more. Okay, he'll give you a whole palette of. And it seems like he took a little bit of the second row too, because there is a couple like neutral moments in here, like the shade Sally to me is somewhat neutral, and then you got this kind of cool tone shade called Mel, and then the little light shade called Agatha. So there are a couple of neutrally ones for those who aren't too crazy about the color, and then you can use Queenie, or you can use, like Marie, the black one. So there's a like that much neutral in there for those who don't want to play with the color, but it's mainly berry based, which I definitely appreciate, and we know I will be using a lot of. So look forward to seeing me use this in a palette mashup with the Strawberry Dream, because I definitely be doing that. I'm gonna take it home right now so that I can do that, because I need to go home and see Adriangameover. But those are my thoughts. Like, yes, get your hands on this palette, girl, because Manny said, just like the first one, honey wants to go on here and bring that back. Don't be asking him. Don't do it, because he already told you, no, it ain't happening. So, those are my thoughts on this palette. But y'all know I love me some Manny MUA, and I love me some Manny MUA products, aka Lunar Beauty. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Remember, y'all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you thought about the look. And I'll see you in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.